Hi, everyone. It is Monday, and
Monday.
if anything's going to push me and get me going on a Monday, I'm happy it's this, right?
Yeah.
And it really does.
Yeah.
It gets me going because I enjoy this so much, hanging out and chatting with the fur babies, or I guess not all of them have fur, and I always say that.
Yeah. Some have feathers, some have scales.
Yep.
And some have fur. I thought Meriwether was going to come in and say hello, but no, she's not.
Maybe she will later.
Yeah, she's been bugging me this morning.
So we're snowing here. Did I say that last Monday too? Because I feel like I say it every time. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, last week it was snowing here too. Now this week it's like summery today. So just never know.
Yeah. I just walked to the mailbox. I thought I was going to be absolutely blown sideways.
Wow.
It's super windy as well.
Yeah, I know it's spring, but I don't really feel like winter's over though.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
That's a nailed it for Japan.
I think so too. And he's still not changing his mind about it. He keeps going, not quite done yet. And I feel like it's going to be kind of a big thing. Like, winter again,
Yeah.
More than where I live. Yeah.
Yeah. More than just kind of like what we've seen. I feel like, I do like some like, whoa, where'd that come from? Like, that's not normal.
No.
Yeah. So, but good to see you. And Purple Elephant says, Deb says, hi, Debbie and Mark. I've had 2 hairless dogs, my naked fur babies. And do you have to put like jackets on them or some kind of
probably for sunburn, wouldn't they?
Sunburn and also cold.
Yeah.
Oh, Christine says it's sprinkling in Bend.
Raining in Seattle. Shocking, I know. Well,
yeah, that is shocking. Yeah. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you all. I just love it. Sweaters and sunscreen. Okay. Yeah, I would assume. Here in North Carolina, we've had some of our biggest snows in March. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know we kind of want to get all anxious for the seasons to change, and then the calendar says, oh, it changed, but then, because it's pushed everything. I've noticed that for a few years. It's kind of pushed the seasons off track. They're like, we're not quite fitting. When I was a kid in Kentucky, we had 4 very distinct seasons.
Yeah.
And they happened like clockwork. It was just fall to winter to spring to summer. And it was 4 different. But now it's like that during 1 week.
Yeah. You go through all the
fall. Like, what's happening? I don't know. I keep acting like I'm surprised, but I don't know why, because it's been going that way for a while now.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be more snow in April. So
yeah. Agree.
We'll see.
Okay, so questions already came in. I've already started 3 questions that have come in. It does help if you capitalize your questions and put like some kind of emojis around it, because it attracts my eyes to it. Thank you, Deb. So, Christine, I grew up in Southern California. There were only 2 seasons. It's funny that you say that, Christine, because, I grew up in San Diego. I lived there for over 50 years until I decided it was a good idea to move here to Colorado. Anyway, all that being said, we still have our ways to see the seasons, though, Christine, right? we still see the 4 seasons. It's just different. Like the ocean gets darker, like a darker color when it's winter. It might be 80 degrees outside on Christmas Day. However, the oceans, so there are little subtle things that show you that you are in seasons.
Yeah.
And I just remember being little, and that first day where you wake up and it's already like that warm feeling, and you know that you're in summer, and it is the best feeling because summer equals freedom.
Well, yeah. It was a lot of summer when I was in Los Angeles. It seemed like summer most all the time. There was a couple of months when we could pretend like it was winter, but mostly it seemed like summer. And of course, I worked outside for so many years at the zoo. And so I get tired of the summer weather because it'd be so hot. And I sweat. Just look at me and I start sweating. And I've always been that sweaty person. So at the zoo, I always had to have like a towel on my neck because I had to constantly take the sweat out of my eyes.
Yeah.
So I don't miss that now at this point.
Hug Scooter. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
That being said, but you worked outside, right? Yeah.
So then when we did have rain, well, then I was outside in that too. And you know how it's that song, when it rains, it pours, like it never rains in California, but when it
does,
and it would. And then the animals all hated the rain, so they'd all want to stay in, and then nobody wanted to go out. It would be cold and freezing, but the chores of working in the weather.
Yeah.
Actually, the zoo job was so much more butch than what I am. I mean, really, it was always a challenge for me because I'm not really that. I loved cleaning up and everything for the animals, but it was a lot of heavy because, I was responsible for the exhibits as well as the animals. So it was a lot of just slave work.
Sleeping and cleaning and
and I'm much too precious to be that person. I don't like to be dirty, and I'd be covered in poop and dirt and mud. It was very off-brand for me, even though I did it for 30 years.
Right. I don't know how. I mean, that would be. I'd be like, can I hire an assistant?
Could somebody else hose this gigantic mountain for me today? Because my hands are dead. It's like, holding a high pressure hose for like hours at a time, and my wrists just would go. They were limp already, and then.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, water! Wow. Christine said that she worked as a volunteer working on a horse rescue ranch and broke ice in the water troughs. It took years to get the right gloves.
That's what I mean, Christine. I never had the right anything. I was always like, what? I can't do it.
Just so you know, Varying Red Beard, we did see your comment, and we laughed inside. We laughed inside.
Oh, wait, I didn't see it. Let me go back.
Gosh, yeah, you're going to have to go back. Yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother show, Varying Red Beard. All right, so let's get going. Let's dive in. Did you see his?
Here it is up here. No, too many blondes. No.
No.
It's farther down.
It is. I'll tell you.
Oh, I can't see.
Just because I have to.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I like it wet.
Oh, okay. There you go. You read it out loud. All right.
Oh my God.
Here we go. There we go. I think I got yours, Heather, but just in case, we'll get it. We'll get it going on there twice. All right. Cece. Cece's going into surgery at noon, at 12 o'clock somewhere. So she wanted to get this question in before she went into surgery. Our 7-month-old cat, Sebastian, a yellow tabby, has been a great cat, but sometimes he will use the bed shirt or towel as his litter box. Why and how to get him to stop?
I like that he's a great cat butt. Okay, he's a great cat
butt.
Sebastian, yellow tabby. Let's see. He's only 7 months old, so he's still figuring stuff out. Let's see.
Shay Kitty's jumping on the train there. All right. So cat butt. That is cute, Cece. I don't know. Oh, he's 7 months old. That's a little young to be having urinary tract stuff.
It's not that. It's
something else.
Yeah, it's like emotional. A little bit of upset about something here. Let's see.
All right, Sebastian. Oh. I do feel a little passive aggressive here. But why?
It's so, CC, you're not the only person there, are you? You're not the only person in the house, or do you live alone? I get no. The other thing I'm wondering is that the only cat?
Yeah, I do feel like he's trying to tell you something, but it's not a physical thing.
No, he's upset, but I feel like it's about attention. And, you know, what I hear is just he's jealous of attention that goes somewhere else and not to him. So I don't know if there's another pet or there's a person. Let me see.
I think we're just going to have to give the reading because I think CC went into her surgery.
Yeah, probably so.
She'll check back.
Are you, it's some rule or some part of the routine that he's not liking or enjoying? Almost like, is he just kept in some part of the house and not the rest of it? Or there's some kind of thing he's really aggravated about. So I don't know. It's hard for me to know without talking to you a little bit if it's another pet or if he's being limited to where he can go because he's mad and he's trying to show you his displeasure. But we're not connecting it. Let's see. What do you see, Debbie?
There's a couple things going on here. I'm wondering if something happened also around his litter box that either he was kind of upset about, like something happened in regards to his litter box. And then, but I do see a couple things. And so now he almost doesn't trust that area. But I also see that it's kind of a couple things like making this perfect storm in his emotional being. There's something like you said, there's some kind of like other situation that he's not happy about. And so we have these two things going on. Does he share a litter box?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
Yeah.
Or you moved it, you decided this is a better place for it. And
yeah, not happy with that.
I kind of feel like there might be another animal there that he's like competing with or something.
Or another male, like a person.
Yes.
It could even be a person here. So
right. That's what I said at the very beginning. It's either a person or an animal. Somebody there.
That's exactly what you said. And I just feel like
in the house.
He's not happy with like sharing that. He's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Males be like, I'm like I like you, Redbeard. So yeah, I that's what I'm getting here. So how to fix this situation? Let him know he's number one. If you did move that, find a place where the litter box is where he can kind of have a view of, the line sight here, so he doesn't feel like I don't know. It's a tough one not being able to talk back and forth with you.
I know it does. It makes it a little harder.
Pen.
Let's see here.
Yeah, he's kind of like a little bit like a king, and he needs to be treated like that. So let him know that he's still the king. Let him know he's still your number one. Yeah, talk to him.
It's almost like some kind of
sorry,
rule that he's not liking. I get I drew a couple cards, but I got the the 8 of Wands, and the way it does in this picture, where it looks like it's all coming down on him, a lot of different messages and maybe like rules and ideas. And so, and he's young, so he's a little confused about some of the rules. So I don't know. It's like there are too many messages, or maybe there's two people giving him different messages or something like that, because he's a little confused, and then it sort of leaves him feeling left out a little bit.
Ooh.
So those cards.
I am loving that deck.
Yeah, I know, it's great. It's the one at the end of the rainbow. It's Tarot at the end of the rainbow. And so it's funny because those two cards are like things that are going on in my mind about feeling a little left out. So give him a lot more attention, like Debbie was saying. I don't know. I feel like there's another cat there or something. And he's kind of having a little... The fact that he's going on the shirt and a towel, it's so pointed towards, that he... So not just the bed, but then he goes on to a shirt, and then he goes to the towel. So it's almost like being directed at a person. But I don't feel like it's you, CC. But I don't know, your family situation, or if you live by yourself or whatever.
Yeah. Thank you. Bless you. Yep. All right. Well, CC, we are looking forward to hearing you next Monday to let us know, first of all, how your surgery went and how you're doing, but also any feedback so we can help kind of direct the energy more in line with what you're experiencing. But we are sending you light and love during your surgery. All right. Patricia. Hi, Patricia. Let us know you're here.
Yeah, that'll help.
Does help. Our 14-year-old puppy, Guerrero, is slowing down. He is suffering. Is he suffering? What should we do? Our 8-year-old pup.
Sochi also seems concerned. Help.
Nope.
14-year-old puppy. That's like me calling my dogs puppies, even though they're big old hound dogs.
Babies.
Guerrero and Sochi. I think that's pronounced Sochi. I used to have a client with that name, and that's the way we said it. Sochi.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, you go on that. I would have pictured.
I think that's the way she spelt it. Okay, let's see. Also seems concerned. 14. Okay, let me just tune in here.
Let's see. Oh, there's Patricia. Thank you. Okay.
Guerrero, come here. Turn over here. And Pan, come here. Let's see him.
Yeah. He still likes to, like, I feel like you see the most activity out of him if you're giving a treat out. Like he puppies up again. But yeah, I do feel, just I don't have any red flags here with him. Just the normal, kind of this normal slowing down.
Yep.
Just like Mark and I.
Yeah. Yep, I heard that exact same thing, Debbie, that, he turned and looks at me and he goes, I'm not in pain, or what did you say, suffering? No. But it's like just age, slowing down, getting a little tired. He needs to sleep a little more. His legs are a little tired. The younger one, the 8-year-old, just notices the slowing down. And that's more the concern. Like the littler one, the younger one wants, kind of still wants to play and stuff. And the older one doesn't feel like it as much.
Yeah. And Patricia says, he's my baby. And he shows that. He knows he's your baby. And yeah.
Right.
I love the way he kind of, he just adores you.
Well, the little one, the 8-year-old, is concerned because he's kind of mimicking you, or he's feeling your concern, and so he goes, I'm concerned too. But it's more like following your lead, kind of. But I don't think you need to be quite as concerned. I know we don't like to see them slow down and get older, and that's, but that's the way it goes. But I don't want you to be like really worried, like, oh no, he's got something bad. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't. I want to reiterate this for you, Patricia, as well. There's not like a red flag, like, a big tumor on something here, but I do. This is just the typical kind of 14-year-old, and your body just starts kind of slowing down. And I just feel like when the time comes, I feel like his transition is going to be just peaceful. Yep. Almost like he'll just fall asleep and that'll be that. I just, he's such a sweet boy.
Things like, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, sweetie.
I was just, young at heart. I'm just so sweet.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting all that same thing. He, this might sound weird, but I don't really see him planning on getting really sick or crippled or anything like that. It just seems like he's going to be a little slower. And you'll notice him like maybe a little graying and stuff. But I don't think his soul is looking for a big dramatic illness or anything like that. That doesn't seem to be his path for this lifetime.
Yeah.
You know? Because sometimes, like us, like people, they learn from illness, you know, just like people do. But I don't feel like that's on his agenda.
So she said he's white, and the other one is black.
Okay.
So he's letting you know that he chose right. When he chose you, he chose right. And it is such a joy to him to share your energy and help you through whatever challenges you face in your life. It's such a, what a little sweet gentleman, but it's such a pleasure to him to help you with your energy and some of your things that you are challenge you in your days here in your life.
Yep.
Days of our lives.
And Patricia, just try not to worry about him. Don't hold on to that, because I don't think it's much anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Sochi kind of picks up on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then thinks, I'll be worried too or something, but it doesn't need to be. So, because Guerrero says there's nothing to see here. There's no need to worry, he says. He tells that to the little pup too. To the young, I know neither one are pups, but he says it to the younger one. There's no need to worry. I'm fine.
They're buddies.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it feels like Guerrero pretty much raised the other one.
Yeah.
And they're buddy buds.
I think Patricia, it was so great to meet both of them.
Yeah.
So sweet. What a blessing. All right.
Just love him up.
Love on him. Yep.
I always say love him up to the very last day you have him. And that's the thing to do.
He raised her. She said, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell that. It's like he's the one that, and she follows him. She takes her lead from him. That little worry more was from you than from him. Okay. I keep repeating myself now. Okay.
We do that. We do that too.
Yeah.
That becomes one of our things.
I know, because they repeat that same thing over.
Yeah.
Over sometimes.
Yeah. Just kind of joy. Well, blessings to you.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Christine. Lacey, 15-year-old Calico, has a rash on side. Vet and I using Reiki can't clear. Ask her what I can do. All right. Lacey.
15-year-old Calico. Let me see here. Well,
I do. You know what I'm seeing here, Mark, and I could.
Yeah. Go.
So I do feel like it is a little sensitive. I see him kind of doing his thing, trying to take care of it, and then you trying to mess with it or whatever, and he kind of does that little, don't touch me type thing. I'm seeing that. It's almost like, but and asking her what to do. She's almost like don't mess. She's probably the wrong person to ask, because she's like, just don't mess with me. So the Reiki is a good thing. Just keep doing that Reiki. But I don't know what he.
Well, first of all, she asked me for healing. So
okay, there we go.
Occasionally they do that, and so I'm just bring Pan in and do a little bit of healing. I want to approach it from the inside out instead of from the outside in. Kind of looks like the Reiki's going on top, and I want to kind of go from underneath. That's what he's telling me. So we're bringing some energy right in through the little kitty's crown and really filling up his body here. It's a lot of gold light right from source. And so the way it's showing to me is like, you see the rash. Well, this energy is under the rash, not on top of it. So we're going from the bottom out. If that makes sense. That's a little weird because I usually don't go that direction. But he's being really insistent that that's the way we go.
So I'm wondering if it's something internal. So you have like something that you're eating or switching, something like that. But I'm assuming you've already checked all that.
It feels a little like, allergic reaction, but I don't think it's like how old is she again? 15. It seems more like it's going to go. I don't think it's going to develop into a big long-term thing there, but let's see. She wants it to go. I see. She's being very, receptive.
She says my vet doesn't use Reiki. He uses drugs. I use Reiki. ETs have also gave energy first time. This is the second time. Okay.
Who gave energy? Oh.
ETs. I don't know about the medication, because I'm getting something about the would it be the liver? So I'm sending the energy straight to that area, processing something through there, or one of those organs. I can't tell what it is. But just the things that you process things through, food and stuff, food and medications.
I'm going to suggest that we pull back a little. Like in the beginning when Debbie first started and Lacey was going, "Don't touch me."
So don't mess. Yeah.
Don't bother it or something. It's almost too much stimulation from outside in. When you mention the ETs, it feels a little like it's a little too much. So I would just recommend backing off a little. It's almost too much attention on it. So, back off a little bit. Don't focus on it for a long period of time. Even if you're doing Reiki, it's a short period, not a long time. And I would say just once a day.
There you go.
And it seems like the ET energy is making it a little too strong or too. Let me see what I can figure out.
I have cards to back up what you're saying.
Oh, good.
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
A little too much.
Yeah.
To go ahead and because that energy keeps working. So we put that intention in there, and that prayer and that healing comes in. That will continue. Spirit will continue to bring that healing energy in.
Right. And I know you're doing it out of love and everything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just it's sort of like that first statement that came through Debbie. Oh, too much. Don't on it. It's too much on it or something. And of course,
dial it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Because in a way, it's prolonged it just a little bit. So, back off, trust that what you've done is doing the right thing, and don't try too hard. Sometimes we get into this thing of, I'm going to will it into working or whatever. I'm not saying you're doing that. I know I do that sometimes when I'm working with Reiki or something. I'll like try to force it, and no, just offer it and allow it to do its work, and try not to.
It's so hard though, Mark, right? Because we just love our babies.
I know.
We want them to be better.
I know.
We feel so stuck.
And the only reason I'm even bringing it up is because I do that same thing.
I do too.
So, and then sometimes Spirit will say, Mark, back up, stop, you're going too much.
Dial it down, yeah.
But in this case, the kitty's saying that.
Yeah, came right in, yeah. She's like, whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
She's grateful, but yeah. So, but thank you.
Yeah, my animals get up and leave if they've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and a lot of times my animals, they don't, when I do Reiki, they don't want me to touch them when I'm doing it. So I have to keep my hands up, and sometimes pretty high, because if I get too close or if I put it on them, they're like, oh no, I don't like it, whatever. So,
yeah.
Keep it a little higher.
Okay. Awesome.
You're welcome, Christine.
Roxy. Hi, Amy.
I feel like Roxy's a dog since you got doggies there. Roxy was the name of my raccoon. Well, that jumps out at me, of course. Let's see.
Let us. Amy's here, so thank you, Amy, for letting us know. Roxy is lots of energy, right? Love to dance, love dancing. I don't know if you did that with her, doing that little treat and they're dancing around. So yeah, love to dance, just love to lots of it, just playful, just
like up on the hind legs, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that. You know how? Yes, little baby girl. Yeah.
Listen, Halo, don't step on the keyboard, please, little mister. Now I got my boy cat going back and forth across camera.
Lisa had a Roxy raccoon.
I know. Look at that. Mine was born on Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills, and that's how come she got the name Roxy. But I really called her Roxbury.
Roxbury.
Yeah.
So, Amy, she keeps taking me back to these moments of where you would be laughing. And she says we'd be laughing together, although you probably couldn't see her laughing. When we'd be just laughing together, and all the cares of the world would just go off in that moment. And she's bringing back to that moment. She wants you to, when you remember those moments, go ahead and release that weight of the world that you carry, because she wants you. That was part of her job with you, was to help you, and so she's wanting, when you remember those little moments of when you were both just laughing on the cares, she wants you to go back to those moments, everyone's purposely, but every once in a while, just to help release those cares of the world, because she's still doing her job.
Mm-hmm. And I see her like up on her hind legs. I think that's that dancing thing, or kind of jumping, or
yeah, something like that, right?
Legs a little bit, and
yeah,
looking cute, and you enjoying kind of that with her. I'm wondering, how long ago did Roxy pass, Amy? Because I feel like, have you been feeling her or sensing her a little bit?
January.
Oh yeah, it's not that long ago.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
recent. Yeah, a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That also, what I see, so she took her a little minute to come in for me. And so usually there's a couple reasons. One of them is because they haven't been past that long. And so sometimes they have to kind of come in a little bit.
She said she's had a visitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I just pulled this one card, and this is why I could, whoops. Why can't I ever hold it?
I'm the same way. Oh, love that card.
It's the Ten of Cups. But look at all these cups flying down the rainbow.
Oh, look at that.
And so that's like messages from her and sending love and energy. So I'm imagining you're still feeling a lot of her energy, even though
she had a dream as well. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's all coming from her. That's what this card's telling me, is that she's sending energy right down.
She's not done doing her job. She's still one. Yeah.
And she might be thinking, like she's still not done with her job. She might be thinking about coming back. This little Roxy. And because again, I kind of get that from that same card, like coming back down from heaven and rejoining you again. So it feels like that, and even like soon, like spring. We're in spring, but I'm thinking like April, May, like pretty quick. Like she says, I'm not done. I'm not done. And I can work with you spiritually, but I realize I can also return physically. So I don't know if you're open to that or not, Amy, but you might want to start considering that for little Roxy. Let me just draw one more card and see if I can get any more. Oh, of course. So I'm shuffling and the same dang card flies out again. So
Oh my gosh.
I just think
Mic drop.
it still feels like a little, here she comes back from heaven. That card really reminds me of reincarnation for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like returning from the sky and getting back down, where she belongs.
She said I would welcome her return.
Yep. So
I'm excited to hear about as this transitions for you, Amy, how she returns into your life.
mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be pretty quick. Like you're not going to be without her very long. This is about as long. I mean, like in April, if you hear about a puppy, because I think it's going to be a puppy. I mean, a puppy. Pay attention.
And I mean, I don't know why I keep seeing this, so I'm just going to share it. But I feel like it's a she'll be coming in a breed that does not shed. So I don't know if I don't know why she keeps saying that. So I'm just going to pass it along.
Okay.
Doesn't shed, but I could be wrong. But I don't know why she keeps showing me this over and over again.
Amy, what kind of dog was she? Like a Pomeranian or something? What is dog is she? Was she? I mean, I'm just curious. Is that her picture in your thing? In your whatever you call that?
Icon?
Yeah. Looks like a little doggy. I can't tell. Boy, the questions are coming fast and furious. I know there's one more. And that's somebody else's.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I get. I was just curious about what kind of dog.
Yeah, me too. I was too.
She was.
I was too. I'm sure she'll let us know.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
I think that's what that's supposed to say. I'm not sure that's how you spell it.
It's probably how I would spell it for sure.
I don't even have the first idea how it's.
I don't either.
It's really...
Amy said it was a long hair.
I said long hair. Look at that. I know it looked like a little long hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's that little dancing dog too, a little bit.
Okay. Oops.
Christy Tobin spelled it for us. Yeah, that looks like the way you spell it.
Janet, thank you. Blessings to you. That's kind. All right.
Okay.
And Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy. My Cocker Spaniel Piper, 3 years old, is having behavior problems and has peed in my bed times 2 times in the last week. What can I do to help her? Precious baby. All right. Piper, what's going on? Come here. Gosh, I feel like you've checked even her teeth on this. Like, is anything wrong? Are you having any pain? I feel like you're really on this, Christy, and looking for any little thing, even if she has a splinter in her paw or their paw. Her paw. So I feel like you've really checked her over on this because this is not like her.
Yep. Usually, most often, if they start doing that, it's something about their routine that's gone different and they don't like it. It's always they're showing you their displeasure about something that's changed, or it can be a physical illness, and that can cause it. In this case, though, it seems more behavioral or more like a mood than physical. But let me see what she's trying to say with this.
I since I do feel like something's changed, but it's almost like that Five of Pentacles with her. Something's, and it could be a slight thing, even though you're on it, there's some kind of
Has one of the other animals started sleeping on the bed that usually doesn't?
She's definitely moody. Gets along with all the dogs, though. But yeah, there's something. She's feeling a little with the Five of Pentacles.
It seems to be between her and one of the dogs, though, and not really between you and her. Like that.
Kind of like, yeah. And
yeah,
that lack of stability somewhere. Like, oh gosh, this is all right, Piper. We need you to really kind of let us in here on this.
One of my other females, Chloe, has been more forward. It's something about one of the other dogs, and it's irritating her, and she wants you to know about it. So she kind of wants you to be on her side about it. She feels like you might be taking the other dog's side. I don't think you are, but there's a little bit of a... Oh, look at that. She says, yeah, Chloe has been getting in the bed lately, and she used to sleep. She usually sleeps on a dog bed. Yeah, I think that's it. Because, because as I said, is another dog sleeping on the bed all of a sudden? So, just for that to come out of my mouth, that just means that's probably it.
Yeah, that is it. And that Five of Pentacles coming in with that, and
right. So, she's going, this is my spot or whatever, and it's getting horned in on, like. So, and I know you're going, oh, that's fine. The more dogs, the better, kind of. It doesn't bother you that Chloe's decided to sleep on the bed. But she's like, it should bother you because this is my spot. She's a little bit like, she wants to make sure you know that this isn't the way we sleep.
Yeah, like, what?
They get so attached to their little thing, that they want to do. And
because she knows she's your favorite one, and so why is this happening?
Yeah,
why is this happening? I'm your favorite.
I know. And then
then all these little dynamics. Yeah, so she's letting you know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sit down and have a talk with them all and just say, love one another. All gotta get along here.
Right. Everything's okay. It's not really changing my opinion of you.
Right.
Piper.
You're still my favorite.
But we can share the bed. That's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know about that.
Aww.
But the fact that you kind of realize it will help, because, you know, the PP is their dramatic way to say, boy, this is irritating and I want you to know about it. But so, you know, it can clear up just the fact that you know about it. Because that's what she's trying to do, is get your,
yeah.
She says, go on Mark and Debbie's and find out what's wrong. So I don't have to pee anymore on the bed.
I'm not going to pee on the bed anymore. I'm not going to pee on the bed anymore. Oh, gosh. Thank you.
Like a couple weeks ago, all of a sudden, after all this time, one of my cats peed on the bed out of the blue. And she never has ever, you know, I'm going, what is happening? But she wanted me to move her litter box. And so then I moved it, and then everything was fine. She had decided she wanted to change rooms. And all my animals go to the bathroom outside, except for the 2 cats, and they have to have litter boxes, and they didn't when we were in California, but now they do. And so she was staying in one room, and then she made me think, well, I'm moving rooms, and I need you to move my litter box. I didn't really want to.
She's decided she's moving rooms.
Yeah, and then she's moving into the room I sleep in. And she loves my big dog, Alaska. That's her friend of the family. The rest of us, she could care less about, but she loves the big dog. And so she's moving in that room. And then as soon as I put the litter box in, she ran over there and used it. And then she laid on the bed like, oh, good. Now we're all good.
Well, you did tell her you wanted her to sit on your lap more and cuddle with you more. So.
Well, no, that was Merriweather.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay.
Yeah. And she's still doing that. And today she didn't bring a snake in.
Oh, thank you.
Yet. But, we'll see. Anyway. Okay, that feels good. Yeah. And let me just say to oh my God, my brain, I can't, Christy, Lord. That I'm not kidding. I want you on my channel, okay? And you know why. So I have to get in touch with you and we're gonna work something out.
Awesome.
Guess what, Christy? I'm gonna spread this.
Spread the news. Spread the word.
She is a cousin to Edgar Casey.
Ooh.
And I want to have her on my show so she can tell us all kinds of nice tidbits about him.
Spilling the tea. I love it.
Giving us some info on him and that. Isn't that great? I know. I love it. She's from Kentucky. And, you know, so was he. And so am I. She's in Louisville where Lisa lives. So
awesome.
I'm kind of excited about that.
So she said she's in. She's on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alice, thank you so much. Blessings to you. And I starred your question.
Yep.
And we have a big line of questions here, so hopefully we'll get to it.
I know I go too slow.
All right. No, we do however it comes in. Hi, Prince Charming's mom. Good to see you. She says, I have a deer who visits me at night, and I live in the city. One is smaller and always looks in the window at me. I recognize his energy. Who is it? Oh, interesting.
I have 3 deer who visit me. 3 deer at night.
Prince Charming's mom, are you connecting more in with ETs by any chance? Like, is that something that you've stepped into and are making those connections? I generally wouldn't go in this direction, but it's kind of hard to avoid it when it's coming in like that. Here.
She's here.
Thank you for letting us know. This is delayed, so Yeah. So I'm not one to normally go in this direction, but I do feel kind of that kind of connection with this deer, and that the connection you're having, like you're familiar, like it's familiar to you. I feel, I don't know if they use him. I don't know if they, I know this is so out. Yes. Okay. So this is, I feel this is what's happening. Um, so they're literally kind of connecting energies with you through the deer. Um, like the deer, thanks to Danny Shay. Gotta love Danny. So let's see. I so that it's just literally kind of an energy exchange. So when you're looking at the deer and the deer is looking at you, there's some sort of energy exchange happening here. Messages coming through. So take out a journal. When you see that deer in your yard and coming around, take out a journal, just kind of start writing. Definitely bringing in some sort of sign for you. Messages. I pull the card, crop circles, messages, signs. So I would encourage you to just kind of start writing.
Yeah, I'm not picking up a person or anything that you knew before. It does feel like they're just using the deer, like
yeah, like a medium.
Yeah, like that, and to get your attention and make you look there, but sending, what is the message? That's my thing.
That's what I'm asking.
What's the message? Yeah.
What is the message here? Maybe, yeah. But I sometimes they might not tell us the message because she's supposed to engage and do this writing. Right. The deer is there and tapping in herself, because whatever this channeling or messaging is, they're going to start bringing through you. It needs to be developed through you, right? So,
right. Yeah. Well,
she says, I want to invite him in, but then I realize it's a deer. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, just to kind of sit with them and do some writing, or even if you don't want to write, just, or some sort of sit and listen to the message coming in. You got this. They chose you, or you chose them. I don't know. Chicken
right.
before the egg before the chick. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. They're not really telling me what the message is, but I do get, like, I drew the. I put it back, but the Ace of Wands, which wands are like fire, inspiration, spirit, but fiery messages, I feel like. So in a beginning, it's like this new
expand. It's also expanding your potential. The Ace of Wands is all about that.
Yep. And it's sort of like it's related to that opening you're making, or that new thing you're pursuing or looking into, the ETs. And it's almost like we hear you, and we're responding. It's weird too, because you're in the city, and that's pretty, for the deer to be comfortable enough to come out where you can see them and you're not really rural. It's pretty, unusual. But I feel like the ETs kind of are guiding them there. They're using them, they're, I don't even know what you call it. It's like they're telepathically getting them to come and make a display for you. So you go, that's weird. What's happening? So I don't know. We'll see if it just keeps on.
Yeah, she said, well, it's back to mediumship. There you go. Okay. A new way. Anyway, so
that's new for me, though. I don't think I've ever had that yet.
Yeah, I have. That was, well, obviously. Here we go. I love it. I love it for you.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about, and I feel like I say this often. It's like we don't have to understand what the message is coming through. We just need to give them, and this is a perfect example of, I don't have to understand this, but I'm going to let you know what I'm seeing here and what's coming through. And then, it totally resonated with
because there's something else too that's not quite coming through for us. There's a little something else going on.
And so
revealed. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like they want to reveal to you, Prince Charming's mom. Hi, Elizabeth.
I gave away a male cat Figaro that died. Last year. Does he come in spirit to my house? I gave away a male cat Figaro that died last year.
Oh, okay. Does he come in spirit back to your house?
I feel like I may have visited once or twice, but it's not, I don't feel like it's going to be an ongoing thing. Seems like when he passed, he came to check out where he was before, he kind of came to visit, and then it feels like he went on.
I feel he's so grateful to you for, I don't know how this played out, but somehow it's almost like you saved his life. And he's grateful for that. I do see him. He shows himself like he's a mountain lion. You know what I mean? That's how he feels about himself. And, but he has come back and kind of overlooked and made sure everything was okay. And I feel like it's mostly like in spirit, like spiritually okay, like making sure there's no pesky energies messing anywhere around the house. The perimeter, like he's watching the perimeter. I do feel he's come back, but like Mark said, I feel like he kind of came in and checked in and kind of gave his honor and thank you. And I don't know that he'll come back, but that's what I'm seeing that he has done.
Visiting to say thank you, to be grateful. I really get that the visit was about gratitude and kind of gratitude and review, sort of like looking to see who this human who reached out and basically saved him, even though you connected him somewhere else, but still, you took him from like a not fun experience and then put him into a better one. She asked on there, why did he die?
He's showing me his back right side back here, like the hind side of a cat on this right side. So I don't know if that's internally or something going on there, but he's highlighting that area. So I don't know. I don't know if that would be, because he's not showing me the rest. He's just showing something injured here, whether it was internal, like he got sick, or he was hit or something like that.
It feels like genetic almost, or
Okay. More genetic.
Had it already.
Okay.
And it just developed. You know, I think he already had whatever it was that took him when you knew him, but it wasn't obvious. But it feels more like born with it, or a genetic thing that kind of came into fruition and took him out. But still, what you did with him during that part of his experience made a big difference, because the other option was going to be he was just going to die like in the wild, you know, out by himself without this human love and contact. And so you changed his you helped to change his path so that he would have a different ending. He still died from the same thing, but it was in a different way. It was much more, there was a lot more love energy around him than it would have been. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I don't think you could have done anything. I feel like that was what was going to take him out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, blessings to you.
Yeah.
And thank you for saving him.
Little Teddy.
Elizabeth. All right. PJ, hello. How is my dog Sadie feeling?
Let's see.
I see her panting. She's a trooper. I keep saying she. Sadie's a she, right? So it's like she wants to be a trooper, but she is panting. So is there something would that mean that there's something bothering her, Mark?
I don't know. Nothing's coming yet. Let me see. Sadie. She's, I don't know, her energy's a little down, I feel like. A little bit of kind of, it's a little bit depressed, like a little depressed, or sad, maybe. PJ, are you here?
Yeah, good question. PJ, let us know you're here.
When I look at her, she just looks a little bit like there's sort of sad, or a little depressed, like she might miss someone or something like that. Who's this again? Sadie.
Okay, so I don't see that PJ is still here.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. PJ is here. Okay.
HETE, don't know what that means. Here. Oh.
Here. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for letting us know you're here. Yeah, I feel like there is something, but it's not like I'm asking her to show me, like highlight the area, but she's not highlighting any specific area for me to pass on for you to know where to look. But I do feel that I don't know if you've noticed her pain, and she might not. She's just showing that there may be some pain. We recently lost a cat. Okay, so maybe she is. Maybe that's just it.
Yeah, because I kind of get being sad and grieving a little bit, which is
that
weird.
Might be why she can't highlight any area for me.
Yeah, and plus, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to say we lost somebody. Because it keeps coming out. I go, well, is that what happened?
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know if they were little buddies or whatever, but it's a little bit of like, it reminds me of grief or being sad about losing a friend.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were playmates or liked each other quite a bit. How do you feel Sadie's feeling?
That's a good question.
Because, you wanted to know, how is she feeling? I'm just wondering if you've noticed she seems a little sad or a little, I just noticed her energy being down. So I'm not getting like illness.
Her heart has a leaking valve as well.
Oh,
so there's a couple things going on. So
there you go.
The sadness of that loss of her, her friend, and as well as some of this physical, it's just kind of, that would make sense to me as well, that she can't really highlight where she's feeling uncomfortable. But there is a little, so let her know that and that you're right. I don't know, you're right there with her. She's still, as far as the physical, her energy is down.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a double thing going on here.
Yeah. It's funny though, because she's not really talking about the heart thing much to me.
Mm-mm.
I'm not saying that that's not having an effect on her, and it might even be why her energy's down. But right now, she seems to be thinking about this little spirit that she buddies with. And so that's what she wants to talk to me about. Yeah. I know you're kind of wondering, if she's feeling because of her heart, because of that. And she might be, but for some reason, she's talking about that other thing, which is a little funny.
But it makes sense, Mark. We would do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be highlighting that pain over any other pain that we're having in our body, because that's more important.
I don't even know if they used to play together or whatever, but she seemed like she misses that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, but just watch her and talk to her, and she'll let you know. You will know if she's in like pain that you need to go do something. She'll let you know.
Well, that's probably what that panting is that you were looking at. Is related maybe to the heart thing. Maybe, that.
Well, I mean, it's just symbolism of something's not quite right.
Right. A little stressed, a little bit stressed.
Could be a little of everything, right? Yeah. Well, we're sending you love and light and healing energy for Sadie and giving her just a big hug. They were together for 9 years.
Oh,
It's a big deal.
yeah, that's what she's telling me about. I have to get my 400 calls a day from Medicare, because they just never stop calling. What the? It's like, I have insurance, I have Medicare. Stop calling me every minute. It's like beginning to, God, it's so weird.
Well, we're just all giving you a big hug because you still have a landline.
There you go. I'm about to get rid of it because that's the only calls I ever get on it. Is Medicare. You know, if they just took the money that they spend on bothering people about Medicare, we could all have health care.
Right?
How many times do you see that commercial on television about Medicare? Call. It's just constantly here. I'm going, yeah.
Oh, Heather, I'm glad you reposted this because apparently I didn't see it the first time. Sorry about that. Yeah. Repost with emojis. I love it.
Okay.
Can you sense anything from my 3 dogs? Xander and Chloe have passed, and Kai is still with me. Any messages or signs from the 2 that have passed? And is Kai okay being an only dog? That's a lot of question right in the middle of all of it. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. Poor Kai.
Xander and Chloe both passed.
Prince Charming says they call her too, constantly. She probably has a landline as well. They're trying to force people to get rid of their landline.
And plus, I answered them for a while and said, I don't need your services. I already have insurance and it's from my work. And so I can't really do a lot of changing. I have to just take what it is. And so, and I have all the Medicare, I have Medicare. I have all. So please stop calling me. But no, they just keep calling. It's annoying.
Okay, let's see. Xander.
You're right, Christine. That's who it is. Well, the one thing I'm getting is Kaya. It's new, but she is kind of enjoying being the only dog. It's a new thing, but she's learning. At first she thought it'd be terrible, but now she's realizing it isn't so bad because she gets so much more attention. So she's enjoying that. She misses them, and she enjoyed that whole little threesome pack energy. But she's adjusting, let's say. And that's okay. She enjoys being there by herself. It's a different way, a different experience.
Yeah. I still see them coming in and kind of messing with her. I feel like she was like the brunt of the jokes, so to speak. And I'm making that language up, but Heather, that what I'm trying to say here, that they kind of are, I don't know if it's brunt of the jokes or like she, they put her in her place, so to speak. Right. So, I feel like they still do that. I feel like they still are coming in because I see her kind of looking over and they're messing with her. So yeah, I could see what Mark's saying, that she's absolutely fine without them there, because she's showing me that they kind of made her life a little bit challenging at times. That they kind of, even though it's a pack mentality. Who's at the top? Who's at the bottom? That's typed like that. And so I think she was kind of at the bottom. And so she's happy to be at the top now.
Yep. She didn't mind being at the bottom when they were there. That was just the way it was, and she fit in her spot and everything. So this is a whole new experience, being the only dog, and she likes it.
Yeah.
But she did not like the other,
Right.
She's not.
Right. I'm not doing that either.
Yeah.
It just it was as it was, but now it's like, whoa, yeah. And she respected the line of power, so to speak. But now she's at the top. Yep. So she loves it.
And even if another animal came into the family, she says, yeah, but I'd be top dog. Mm-hmm. So, I think she's saying that because she enjoys being a part of a pack, and then she enjoys being by herself. So she wouldn't mind if there were another pet came in. That would be okay too. But then she says, yeah, but I'd be the alpha then and teach it. So she's not opposed to the family getting a little bigger, but she's fine if it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, she was a lot younger than they were. Yeah.
She'd be happy to be the only child. That's for sure.
She's a mom's girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Xander feels very traditional. Like he liked things a certain way. I wouldn't say that he was a very flexible personality, but he brought a lot of stability, stable energy into the house. He's saying, and you treated him like he was that king, or I keep saying king, but that he liked that you understood who he was. That he seems a little bit more proper, but who he was as far as his energy in the house. He was my baby. Yeah.
They were a lot more alpha than she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now she can step into that role.
Xander was a one-person dog. He liked me, and and he didn't have any patience for anything getting out of the line or he didn't have the patience. Literally, what he's showing me is kind of like that, and I don't want to, that old man type of feeling of like, didn't have patience for any other type of energy around. Like he was like yeah. So he just loves you, and it's almost like he's trying to tell you to do something. Like, I don't like that you did that and added that to the house right now, or whatever it is. And I don't know where that energy fits for you, but it's like, I'm not sure if I approve of that, but okay. That type of feel. But he just loves you. And he does come around, and I feel like he's coming in. He's telling me this because he's the one that really tries to still put Kai in her place a little bit in spirit. Like, that's not how we do it in this household. You know what I mean? So he's still telling her how it's done.
Yeah. He was like the boss dog, and like reprimand.
He's totally Heather. He's so sweet.
Meanwhile, Chloe was a lot nicer.
Yeah, Chloe's just sweet as a bug.
She was sort of in the middle. Like if he was too cranky with Kaya, then Chloe would step in and go, "It's okay, it's happening." They had a cute little dynamic.
Yeah, Chloe definitely is just more your little hippie child. She's like, peace out, dude. Like, chill. I like her. Sweet.
Yeah.
Anyways, Heather, what a Chloe loved everyone and everything. Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah. She didn't really have time for all that, you know.
Like, peace out. Chill, dude.
Xander was serious a lot. You know, it seems like, you know, he had a much more serious. And I could see him, like when Debbie was talking earlier about, I could see him saying, did you forget to talk to me about this before you?
Exactly. Like you had to run shit by him all the time.
Yeah, I don't think you ran that past me because what's happening? You know, I can see him like looking like, what? What's happening now? I don't believe I was told about, you know, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I like them all.
Yeah, I do too.
Heather, what a blessing. That beautiful dynamic that you put together and that you recognized their personalities and knew, you know, didn't make them all be one type. That's so awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, he feels like, you know, he's funny too now that he's coming in a little more about, you know, to the other dogs. And they're both kind of like, you know, give us a break already. But he would say, now, look, these are the rules. And this is the way that Heather wants it. And I know because we are, you know, in sync.
We're in sync.
And so I'm telling you how it goes, you know, and this is what you need to do. And they would be like, you know, they would listen and do it because that was the rule. But at the same time, he was a little much sometimes.
I love it.
That's great. Okay. Well, you probably don't have a lot. Oh, it's your day, your time. You can tell me how much time you have.
Well, we are at the end of time. We have
400 more questions.
Yeah, we do. Actually. So it's not like there's only a couple more coming in here. So if we didn't get to your question, a couple of you came earlier today and got your question in, and you know, probably left and came back. You know what I mean? So that's probably an idea as this grows in popularity. So come early, get your question in so we can start and get you on the top of the list there.
Right.
And check in. We did a lot of questions. I feel like we did about 13 questions. So
and luckily, the thing about this, even if we don't get to your specific question, and that is, you know, of course, we want to, it's nothing personal ever. That we don't get to you or not. It's just the way that it goes down the line. But the good thing is, you know, we can all learn from everybody's story, everybody's, you know, from the other people that do get read, I feel. Because I usually learn something from every single reading. You know, and so I feel like, I hope that that's what you guys, you know, you're getting stuff, even if we're not reading your question, but maybe you're still receiving something from the other person's reading. It's what I like to think.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're just happy for whoever gets the read, you know. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
no.
Yeah. And of course, if it's something really important and you just can't wait through this time, hit us up for a private reading, and
yep,
we can take care of you that way.
Yes. So find us, hit us up for that private reading, and but other than that, you know, Mark comes back on Saturdays, right?
Right.
So he'll be back on Saturdays, and then we are here every Monday, either my channel. Next week it'll be on Mark's channel. So come back and hang out with us. And thank you so much for allowing us to meet your animal family.
Yeah,
it's such a blessing.
Look, Katie,
it's such a treat.
It helps her practice with her abilities, and that's true too. So you can kind of see if you pick up, or you know, if we're getting that kind of thing, you can play along like that. That's what I do when I watch other channels too a lot. I'll read.
And so we come on at, so it'll be, it's at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So 11 a.m. Pacific time.
2 p.m. Eastern time.
2 p.m. Eastern. So, and everybody in between.
Is Lisa here? Oh, look at Lisa. She dropped in.
Oh, Lisa.
Hi there.
Yay.
How are you doing, sweetie?
Love our Lisa.
Yep, love her. Her little beautiful.
So blessings to you all. And if you're up to it or want to, tonight is Women Empowering Women Night, and we are on Andrea's Lilac Lanterns channel for Women Empowering Women, where we will bring in 3 amazing women from history that just love learning and hearing. It's just so fun for us too.
Yep.
So
yep,
we will see you all there. And Mark, I love you so much.
Love you too, sweetie.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me on these Mondays.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.